world, I'm the Courageous Goldfish, and today we're talking about Squishmallows. I bought my first Squishmallow in May of 2019 and like totally fell in love with them. If you knew me in that time, I'm sorry because I literally never shut up about it. He's been with me and comforted me through so many tears, many fears, life events, just in general, and I think I owe it to him to take the best care possible of him. And so today, what we are doing is running you through how I take care of my Squishmallows and like tips and tricks to keep your Squishmallows looking the best that they can. So this is my oldest Squishmallow. He's my favorite. He's my favorite because of sentimental value. All of them have sentimental value. I'm not really a collector, I just really like them. And so I've got a couple and they're all really special to me. So this one's probably one of the most special. And then I also have this one that I got in like July of 2019. It's a little octopus with his little strawberry. So cute. And then my friend got me this one for Christmas because she knows that I love them. Thank you, Grace. It's a little pink snail. We love him. I also have some other little ones here. I think I can probably find them all. One second. So I love how this has turned into an impromptu collection video. We're gonna get to the tips in just a second, but look, it's a little blue squirrel with this fuzzy little tail. This was a Valentine Squishmallow, I think. I don't remember when I bought him, but he's very treasured. This is Fweege. He's my other octopus. I really like the octopus ones, can you tell? And then this one is the newest one and probably one of my favorite ones. Don't tell the others. This is my walrus. Look at his little face. I'm not a collector of these things. Every time I buy a new one, I always tell myself, this is the last one. We don't need any more of these. So I hesitate to call myself a collector, but I am a lover. I am a lover of Squishmallows, and so that is why I'm here today to tell you how to take care of yours. The main selling point of a Squishmallow is the softness and the squishiness of it, which is due in part to the special stuffing that's in them. If you've touched one, you know, and if you haven't touched one, why are you here? Why are you here? I have kind of ironed out a method that works the best for me. Obviously, this is not the only way to take care of Squishmallows, but I'm just going to tell you the process of how I take care of mine. As far as what the actual Squishmallow website says about taking care of your Squishmallows, they do say that they are machine washable. Now, usually people only start to think about washing their Squishmallows after they've been stained or have some other kind of like discolorment on them. I know personally this guy has had a lot of mascara stains on him, but I would encourage you to try to spot treat it first without running it completely through the wash. This is going to help to preserve the longevity of the stuffing that is inside your Squishmallow, and so if you can, I would try to just spot clean it with a little bit of like detergent, or if you have a stain remover pen or something like that, try to get it out that way first so that you don't have to clean the whole entire Squishmallow. You can just kind of like clean away the stain part. But if you do for some reason need to wash your Squishmallow, for example if you use it as a pillow or if it just gets kind of like dirty and grody, my best tip is to wash it in cool water in a pillowcase. So you want to tie it in a pillowcase, or if you have like a garment bag that you use to dry your bras or something like that, put your Squishmallow in there and just throw it in the wash on a cool setting and it should come out completely fine because they are machine washable. That is stated by the Squishmallow website, so it is 100% fact that they are machine washable. The reason why you put your Squishmallow in a pillowcase to wash it is because the pillowcase is going to drastically reduce the kind of wear and tear that you get on your Squishmallow from washing it. So because your Squishmallow is not tumbling around just loose, like rubbing up against the barrel of the washer or whatever it's called, and just kind of like tumbling around free form, all of that kind of like wear and friction is going against the pillowcase instead of on the surface of your buddy. You should also keep your Squishmallow inside of your pillowcase while you're drying it as well, just for the same reasons that we just talked about. Make sure when you're drying it though that you put your dryer on a low heat setting. This is what the Squishmallow website says, and it's just better for the care of your Squishmallow. That is the official documented way to care for a Squishmallow. This is on the FAQ of the Squishmallow website. This is 100% factual, proven that this is the method to do. Not saying it's the only method, it's just the one that I do, because when I first thought I had to wash this, I was like, he's never gonna come back the same. He did. It's fine. This was recommended by the website, so if you're afraid of washing your Squishmallows, you don't have to be, because that is the way to do it. So we've covered stains, we've covered how to wash your Squishmallows, and now comes to the harder problem of Squishmallow maintenance, the fluff. So as you can see, this one, who has been loved and cherished and cuddled for many years, is looking a little bit sad. Not sad. Sad is not the word. He's just not new anymore. He's been loved. In comparison to this one, you can see where you kind of like, you know, this one kind of, you know, he's just not as fluffy as he used to be. When you get them originally, they kind of like spring back. They're marshmallowy. This one's kind of like lumpy and loved, and I'm going to show you how I am going to make him unlumpy. So if your Squishmallow is looking a little bit lumpy, I have 2 tips for you. My first tip depends on how far down the rabbit hole your Squish is. If you've kind of been neglecting his care a little bit, like this guy, then you might need to do the second method that I'm going to show you. But if it's not that bad, like he's still like kind of okay, you could try this first method I'm going to show you. A lot of people just kind of like bat them around, punch them around a little bit, rip up the stuffing on the inside, kind of to make them more fluffy, and sometimes that does work. However, if that's not working out for you, what you can do is, with your dried, regular old, like, Squishmallow, put it in your pillowcase and just put it straight in your dryer on a tumble dry setting with low heat. Low heat or no heat for this, especially because it's dry. This is just gonna be way better for the health of your Squishmallow. But you can absolutely do this just on no heat or low heat. Pop it in the tumble dry. It's going to do its thing, flipping around your Squishmallow, bunching it up so that you don't have to sit there and do it manually for hours. This other tip that I'm going to give you is a little bit scarier, and so if you are young or if you are an inexperienced seamstress, then maybe you might want to ask for help with this or try maybe to find another way to do this. But what I'm going to do to this one today is I'm going to rip his innards out so that I can pull apart the lumps in the stuffing. I know that sounds horrifying, but it's actually not that bad. The problem with this one right now is that the lumps have gotten so big that it's kind of hard for the tumble dry or me to physically do it while the stuffing is inside of the shell. And so what I'm going to do, most Squishmallows, if not all, I'm pretty sure all of them, have a little bit of a squiggle seam on the bottom. So I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see this, but your squiggle seam looks a little bit different than the rest of your seams do. That's because this is where they closed up your Squishmallow, and so this is like a machine stitch that they have going on, and then your squiggle stitch here is where they sewed it up at the end once they were done stuffing it. And so this squiggle stitch here is what you're going to want to unpick so you can have a hole in your Squishmallow to take the stuffing out. Once you have all your stuffing out, you might want to give your Squishmallow shell a quick little bath. Not necessary, but you could if you wanted to while you're processing with the stuffing. So once you have all of your stuffing out of your Squishmallow and into your bin or just kind of on your floor or whatever, you're just gonna want to kind of pick up the big clumps and pull them apart so that they're fluffy again. Once you have manually processed all of your stuffing, got all your lumps out, pulled it out so that it's fluffy again, you can stuff it right back into your Squishmallow shell and close up the bottom. There's a specific stitch that I use for this because you do have to hand sew it shut, which I will show you in just 1 second, but that is how you restuff your Squishmallow. That is about all I have to say about that. I'm just really invested in the care of my Squishmallows because I really love them, and it's just something that I find enjoyable to kind of like play around with them. And so if that is you, hopefully this video helped you out. Please leave in the comments down below what your favorite Squishmallow is. I'm always interested to know what other people's favorites are, and aside from that, that's kind of all I have to say. If you're interested in me, hey, hi, hello, you might want to land me a subscribe. I do videos pretty regularly on this channel, kind of like lifestyle, kawaii, anime, blah blah, whatever I want basically. And so if you are interested in me personally, we would love it if you stick around. But of course, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side.